is to have map momentum coming out of the lanes. It will be led by the Wraith King, with it being like the lanes being pushed with the connection of the Clockwork as well as the Ember. They're probably going to leave the Phoenix to kind of do his own thing on the map, while on the other hand, Vici will be looking to shut down this momentum just once and then sit back and farm until their doom is basically 5 or 6 slotted. Because once he has the refresher, Shiva's BKB, I have a hard time believing IG can take it.
Agreed. It seems like IG have to play the tempo game here. Oh no, actually we're ready now to start the game. As we're going in, we're first going to get a quick tidbit of information. Sir Action Slugs is going to be interviewing IG's coach, Super.
Prepare for battle.
Oh, thank you so much, Slacks. And yes, indeed, Trent, we are here. We are ready for this matchup as the game has already gotten underway. That last pick, Brewmaster, he feels like it's greedy. They're ready for it. What do you think?
I don't know. It sounds like he's saying easy game. That's what I just heard. So it's been very popular on the main stage the past couple days, but I love the confidence coming out there from Super. Just saying, too greedy, right? You guys see this all the time in your games. Ladies and gents at home, you've played some Dota. You've felt this pain before. Why is everyone picking stuff that needs so much gold on my team? But DY, he's prepared to make the sacrifices here on this Brewmaster.
True enough. And it's interesting too, right? We were looking at the drafts, and the last 4 bans all felt like they were targeted at these like save type heroes, and then also dispels, which is what they're going to be getting out of that Brewmaster hopefully. But there are a lot of other heroes in this draft. What do you think about the rest of them? The Wraith King, obviously great against the Doom, but also kind of a hero that's been like, man, never feeling great about it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Speaking of which, oh my God, already right off the bat in some trouble. Fly trying to get out of there, but won't happen. Old 11 drawn for his blood.
Well said. I mean, clearly a hero that's having some problems here in the main event for sure. And well, of course, you know, you can hear some dancing there. That's PYW on that lion. The hero that was definitely talked about a lot coming into this one. Oh yeah, let it go there, PYW. Who was gonna get it, right? That was the question. And so what I think is interesting is, like, Kaka, of course, renowned for his lion. He's gonna be playing that Clockwork, which is a hero that I would say has been looking fantastic. Probably mostly from DJ, probably one of the most standout performances so far in the tournament with that earlier on here in the main event. And so you would think that Kaka has an extremely good idea of how he can deal with this line in the game, right? And I see vision from the Clockwork trying to spot this line before the fights, and as well as if you just stick on that lion, you really ruin his game.
Right, it's going to be up to definitely the line to keep himself out of that vision, make sure that he dodges away from the fights whenever things go on that way. And, you know, of course, PYW, well known for his solid support play. So we'll see how that one goes. Is DY going to try and make this move over to connect the waves, and does manage to get it. So no free pull off there by Kaka.
Well, JT still able to at least play over here, and DY, you have to be a little careful, right? Versus the Clockwork, might hope to get that movement speed sooner rather than later on the Brewmaster, but already has the Drunken Brawler, so that's his tool right now to deal with this.
It is still a lot of pressure. Super annoying just to get battery assaulted and ran down a little bit there, and Poyoyo gonna move in and try and get himself a little bit of extra farm. So they connected it up and actually brings down Ollie down bottom. Quick and easy on the rundown kill.
Wow, they've really been putting on the pressure there with the stuns too, just like slowly burning him piece by piece down on that Phoenix. And I mean, it's not the first blood kill, but still a bit painful. Of course, you do get to play Courier whenever you die early, so it'll be coming back with the Chainmail, and so that same harass can be much weaker versus Fly now with the early armor there.
It'll be good to watch. You know, it's interesting. We haven't really talked about it all that much yet, but this mid lane matchup, we're going to see Emo versus Ori. Going into this tournament, I would have said Emo 100%, but like the last couple of days, Ori has really stepped up his game. I've been super impressed with his play.
Yeah, there's no doubt he was the big question mark, not so much Emo in this lineup right now. Trying to figure out, like, okay, where's Ori been? Like, they're winning some games and stuff, but it felt like he was sort of struggling, and then coming in the main event, you really need that clutch factor coming in your mid lane, and he has stepped it up, and I feel like he's at the point now where I need more out of his teammates too. Like he's done his part. I really feel like his gameplay's improved so much that if the allies that he has can do that similarly, VG can go very far.
Well, and so far this bottom lane doing a lot. Old 11 and PYW already putting some of that pressure onto FlyFly on this Wraith King. You can see they're not letting him down. Even with that chainmail, they're keeping the right clicks in and also killing off the courier.
Very nice stuff
great.
here.
Top
lane though.
Going a little bit now, trying to take down Kaka, get a couple more of those punches in, but the battery assault turnaround, not able to catch him in the cogs. Little tree in there, got some separation.
Oh, man, so much action all over this map here. And yeah, of course, the mid lane, we haven't really discussed this that much in terms of the matchup, but Lina renowned for like, doesn't really lose many lanes, of course. And so, Ori, you're expecting to start stepping up here pretty soon as you hit the level 4. And probably going to see Emo just playing a little bit less, like actually in the lane itself.
Right.
I doubt we're going to see any rotations for the kills. If there is though, Kaka, you know, maybe he finds that lucky angle, right? Comes in with the cogs, pushes Ori back into the river. But they have a ward to help protect against that. That will be expiring pretty soon from Vici.
Can see the root comes out there from Emo and trading hits again. Needs to make sure he gets that.
You really wanted that range creep.
I mean, Emo's going in on this now with a lot of HP. The Fairy Fire comes out, needs to break the Flame Guard. Is it going to be enough? Living on nothing. Ori, about 10 HP right there.
Oh, PYW.
Oh, moves over to the side. And get a couple right clicks.
Real hard.
This could be pretty good, but Phoenix moves into position, and that's going to stop the pressure. Still, good aggro from Emo.
Yeah, I mean, creeps are strong, but they're not that strong, unfortunately, to help out PYW there. But rotating in, and unfortunately, though, we also had the rotation coming from Kaka. He guarded that water in up top, so Emo's going to be very happy with the current situation, forcing the full walk back there from Ori. We'll have to TP back in. And, you know, you saw earlier in that top lane, though, where DY is actually, like, trying to fight back with some harass. It's not one of these combos that you would expect with the Brewmaster, right? You don't have the Cinder Brew into like a cheap spell that's really easy to toss out. You don't have this big mana pool. We see like Venge Brew, so you can just like Wave of Terror, activate and everything. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, Poyoyo comes over to help out, but that's costly.
This is still going to be a good kill if they can get it. Can they finish him off? Oh, the slowdown comes from the Shockwave, and then the salve up afterwards, able to get out like Kaka.
And Poyoyo still holding the wave through all that at the very least, so we'll just go right back to farming while dishing out some damage, but nice salve there from Kaka. Also just gonna get in there and make sure he has the block off there too, so no stacks for you, Vici.
Yeah, nothing given for free, that's for sure. As down bottom, you can see the pressure is gonna be mounted yet again. They got this side pull off by Vici and now going to connect the wave to it. And it's really hard for FlyFly to walk in there. Every single time they keep on getting that pull off, it's just a couple of creeps that he ends up losing. Right now, level 4 on the Wraith King. As TP back home, should be able to come back out with the Remnant afterwards. As PYW has to back away. Ollie doing some good damage. Trying to secure the 6-minute rune, but with Emo coming over, this might just be a freebie. As they move on in, LSA won't keep PYW alive. Emo ready to keep that pressure on, and up top they also find the kill onto JT.
Oh, that one was a long time coming too. Poyo really putting the pressure on JT as much as he could, and sort of just like waiting for that moment where, and when you throw out so much harass, at a point the mag is just gonna like keep playing in the lane, right? And just be like, yeah, you keep lowering me, but you're never going for the actual kill. And so that's all basically a bunch of conditioning there for Poyo before they actually bring over the help from DY for the secure. So very well done there. Also gets a D ward inside his own jungle there. It looks like Kaka placed down. So solid start here for the 5 brew. I say that, you know, and now he's being ganked by Emo, so yeah, maybe not so solid.
I mean, it's hard to take him down. He's got a lot of HP on this Brewmaster, one of the reasons people like him. And in fact, with the rotation over from the Lion, they're able to get DY out. So and not bad.
Yeah, the lack of boots there on Kaka as well, right? Couldn't keep up with the battery assault, and despite being just a win late, it's already at 330 for the Panda.
Currently the lowest net worth on him, but getting some levels here and there as Poyo already up to level 6, has those treads done. It's likely trying to get into that Echo Saber, and also we're seeing JT get into that Helm of the Dominator that's become so popular. God, this hero just feels so insane every time we watch it.
I love the players that really utilize that Helm of the Dominator to the full extent too, and with this idea of IG wanting to play pretty fast this game, it can be an amazing tool. It's down bottom.
Going on to ult 11, looking for the rundown. Do they have enough for the kill though? Don't think so. 1100 HP in a Soul Ring. This guy's strong.
Yeah, phase boots too, working towards that Midas, and as the panel mentioned, ult 11 looking to be the richest, already there.
Yeah.
Up by a significant margin compared to his own teammate on the Tiny.
That is not easy to slow Doom down, particularly when he gets a good start like he saw there. right into the first blood. PYW looking for the stun to open this one up on a Kaka, but there isn't a clean opening, so we'll just hang out there as Emo farming very low in the jungle and is going to TP back home to regen. Yeah, those early rotations, and it looks like now Vici feeling comfortable just sitting back in their lanes and not really doing that much to mix things up at least. They're getting farmed on all their heroes.
They've read the forecast, you know. They know the storm is coming from IG. That is most certainly the plan, right? But there's a few things they want to check off first. They want to get Kaka, the level 6. They want to get that helm fully finished up there on JT, and then probably smoke with the creep, go for some kills, and then start threatening some towers. Flyfly wants to be activated early in this game too, going for that armlet build, so expect the pressure to come here soon as PYW smoking in here. Probably just a warding mission, as you want to try and scout out where they want to set up this smoke, right? And so wards deep in your enemy territory early on, even if you don't want to get aggressive, they're so good at spotting. Of course, we always talk about the courier rotations, but just where people will kind of want to like back up, group up, and smoke. And they're actually just going to transfer the smoke right to the mid lane. Kaka goes left when he hoped he would go right.
Well, Emo might be the bigger one to go for. Walks in, gets the Earth Spike to open. Follow up, no, there's TPs coming in. Now they have to be careful on Vici, and in fact, PYW might just end up falling here as Emo and Ollie move into position and can't get that denied by the neutral camp.
Money to burn.
Not the play they were looking for there on side of Vici. They finally get some aggression going, gets turned around on them. So excellent stuff there for IG considering where this game wants to go. And yeah, that's a bold play.
And then pretty deep, able to trade over aggro to the creeps, but still caught in these calls at old 11. He's just gonna fall. Most net worth in the game gets dropped by Kaka.
Yo, Flyfly was bluffing there too. He'd been holding the point for so long, but he'd actually spent it. He did not have one left for the ulti.
Oh. I mean, yeah, that would have been a huge kill if they could have made it. I mean, at the same time, though, you see all these cores from Vici still incredibly farmed. So giving up kills like that's gotta hurt. 3-3, 10 minutes in. And Emo looking for a rune, wants to get active here with this one if he can make it happen, but DY gonna cover the angle. It's an arcane. And looks like they're able to get it onto Ori. No deny coming out from that Helm of the Dominator creep.
Yeah, Satyr tried its best there, but not going to find it. But there it is, the lovely tome going to be coming out here. So this is where your Brewmaster is going to have the level 6, can utilize that Primal Spit. And it can be tough. It's a 2-minute cooldown, so you really don't want to waste it on a bad fight, because it feels like that's sort of your entire toolkit when you play the 5 Brewmaster.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything that he's going to be picked for in this game. Granted, there's been some times where he's like survived a gank that others might not have, but it needs to be more than a glorified creep at this point in the game.
Yeah, I think there's some serious issues from this game too. So benefits, he has the AoE Dispel. That's pretty sweet versus like the Ember versus the Empower. Definitely a helpful tool. The Tornado to just like toss up maybe the Phoenix or the Mag, one of these big playmakers, even just a Clockwork. Just remove someone from the engagement, right? Let you focus on other heroes. But I see like Slight Empower later on. When you're support Brew, you're not getting a lot of levels. Which means your Brewmaster Panthers, they're not getting very tanky.
No, he's gonna get torn up.
Yeah, Slight Empower, they could just die.
We'll see if he can get in towards some of those levels later on, but right now at the very least, JT is having a wonderful time trying to catch up a little bit on this Mag, playing with the Helm of the Dominator creep. No real pressure being expended onto him, so it feels like he's kind of got a free path towards that Blink Dagger. As old 11 and DY down bottom don't really want to go, but there's multiple heroes from IG that are showing up here as well. And the smoke up from the Phoenix and the Clockwork.
This is really tough to deal with because it is a Wraith King, right? You don't want to use Doom. You don't want to use Brew Split since he has the ulti on the Reincarnation, right? You always have to be considering that. And I don't want to trade either of those spells for Reincarnation. So even just being in this part of the map feels really bad, I would say, for DY. But he also has to be there defensively, too, because he doesn't want his big pinata of a Doom to go down and give away some of that big gold bounty that you're able to gain on the hero.
They just got this D ward here up on this high ground. IG put a ward over there, and it was taken away by Vici, and then they also miss on the sentry. So IG a little bit working blind, and well, Kaka moves into position, hook shot afterwards. He's gonna maybe be able to get that ulti off, needs to get it, but the battery assault interrupting too much. He eventually finds it. Supernova down, LSA afterwards. Vici bring down that egg, and now the lift up on the Mag. He wasn't able to get the RP off. The turnaround, Vici Gaming takedown 3.
Oh, that was nice. That's like the dream fight for a Brewmaster player, right?
So good.
You absorb so much damage, so much attention from the team, and then you still get the ulti off, and then catching that throw up on the Magnus of the mid skewer. Ooh. DY. Showing some chops here on the 5 Brew.
Well, the draft maybe not looking so greedy anymore. It's looking pretty good here.
Greed is good.
That's true. I think that's a voice line. 4K gold up right now on Vici. Looking easy as pie, and IG, they're just gonna need to make some moves eventually. It's just the hero's a little bit static at the moment, and Vici ready to go. Old 11 moves into position. Fly turns on him though. LSA as they rotate in from Ori, now trying to get the right clicks in for the kill. The Hex is out, Finger of Death done.
Emo's coming.
I mean, he's hitting pretty hard. They take down 2 and now looking for more. Ori did bite off more than you can chew. Root now, the walk back in from Fly with this armlet, hoping to kill off DY, but he misses once, tries to get the secondary one. The turn now, Fly goes down, but they brought in the back. JT, he still has RP, connects onto both. Bring him on down.
The instant hit back from IG in the top lane. A little bit bold there to start out, but they drag that fight out, those longer engagements, right? Trying to make a play out of that with the Wraith King, and then Emo coming through on that Ember. Excellent stuff there, and the final stamp there from JT as well.
Man.
Easy tower take into the enemy jungle, and much needed with how this game was getting there, right? Like 11, of course, that was even his blink reveal. For it to look like that, not a great sign.
It's just, I mean, it's one of those moments where on the big stage you feel so strong, you're looking like things are going to go great. They got also the Fool Assassin mixed in there, taking away the regen from the Doom, and then in the end, come in and clean up on IG, and now a hook shot back behind enemy lines, finding PYW dead.
That's my hero.
Unreal.
You give that back.
That's my lion. Kaka definitely knows how to make lions suffer.
Yeah. That will be the game plan. Now, 11, despite revealing the blink, obviously didn't actually use the Doom, so there could be some hesitation here for IG moving forward, but they say, like, go ahead. Like, eventually we need to force out these big ultis. We don't have the RP right now. If you guys want to, like, come and try and defend, let's see what you got.
And they're not going to do it. For the moment, at least, Vici a little bit hesitant about that move potential, and this tier 2 tower being pressured, no response yet, but as they move out with DY and Poyoyo, it's going to be the back out.
The flare is just so good versus both the Lion and the Brewmaster, particularly this Brewmaster, who probably not going to get a blink. If he does, it is a very long ways away. So if you can just spot him like in the tree line like that, his only initiation is like preemptive ulting, you know? And it's just so easy to back away in those situations.
Man, this Fly build is pretty cool too. Going after the armlet into Deso. Now, the only problem is this actually is a little bit scary if he gets doomed with that armlet on. Going to start losing a ton of HP super quick.
Just keep swinging. That's all.
That's all you can do.
It'll be fine.
Well,
I think the best thing to me is that they just get objectives, right? Like whenever you have an Ember on your team, you know, that's a mid that doesn't really help in that situation.
Right.
Meg, he's got some hits too, sure, but with a Deso on a Wraith King, I mean, you're getting Roche, you're getting towers, and that's what they're trying to do right now. They want to punish and find as many objectives as they can in these times when VG just don't want to engage.
Well, that does feel to be right now. Shadow Blade coming out on Poyoyo. And for IG, the map is looking very clear. Obviously, that like movement in towards the top tier 2 tower could be good with a lot of vision that they have around that area.
Yeah.
But you also sort of have a window here before PYW gets Blink Dagger, where you can maybe make some more stuff happen.
I mean, VG have a very clear game plan. Like they've just put some wards like near their entrances to their jungle. They're just camping on these high grounds. They're hanging out near these wards. They're watching for smoke pops. They know that IG are coming.
Yeah.
Oh, and now Ollie gets a D ward there too. Very nicely done.
Yeah, this is a scary time now. They get that deny in the tower. That gives Lion enough gold for the Blink Dagger. He's flying it out right now on PYW. And you're also getting closer to these BKBs.
Yeah, but that Roche, I mean, it's too fast to the Deso. It's just gone. Oh, DY, really?
He's going in. There's a lot of heroes here. Supernova down.
Did you see that? That was a Brewling.
Yeah, he did not last that long.
It was gone.
Just instantly. This split is not going to be able to stop this Roche from happening. So Aegis on the ground.
Oh no.
Hello?
Team?
What? This is an important match.
Team.
There's an Aegis on the ground. It's just sitting in there. Nobody got it.
All right, now the cheese I can
Oh
understand.
my God, IG! Somebody
Wait,
go
no,
pick
no,
up
no.
the Aegis.
Kaka's gone.
He's walking back in, I think. Do
Oh my
they
God,
not
they don't-
know?
they actually don't know.
They don't know.
I mean, who would
Oh my God, they don't know. The Aegis is still on the ground.
Oh, the
the Lemon
He
walks in
knows.
against the Aegis. What? Are you kidding me? Oh no! Just like that, it happens.
Haha, says Ori.
Oh my God!
All right, well,
Never in my life, Trent.
listen, it's fine. It's fine. They have a Wraith King. He has an Aegis. It's fine. It's one of the abilities. He has reincarnation. You know what? This is just a move saying we don't need it. You know. So what if I
that what it
swagger?
is?
Says Wraith King.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's fine. Look, they're gonna win. They don't need it. All right.
Okay.
They're just still gonna march at your buildings. They're giving them a chance.
Poyoyo gonna get stunned now, and IG, LSA comes out. They back away. Finds a kill here, possibly bringing him down low, not quite dead. They brought down Puppey, but everybody from IG still surviving. Now, afterwards, they managed to find the stun. Good amount of damage there on Onakake. He falls down.
Oh, lyrical.
Did IG stick around a bit too long? They lost the Aegis and now potentially going to lose this fight. RP on the two, but where's the follow-up damage? They don't have it. JT, nowhere left to go.
You know what?
Oh my
That would
God.
have looked a lot better with an Aegis.
You're not wrong, Trent. You are not wrong. As old 11 tries to run down Emo, it's going to be the chase on the Phoenix. Ollie caught, gets the dive away. How do you mentally recover from that?
Game 2.
Oh,
That's
man.
You know, that's a very tough one to reset. That's going to take a lot of discussions in the booth and just it's fine, it's in the past, it's done. You know, write a little note, take Aegis next time. That's pretty much all you can do. That really hurts. It hurts in every Dota game to, you know, have your Aegis snatched or accidentally deny it. But in this one in particular, when you're trying to play at such a fast tempo and really trying to get as much as you can out of the first 30 minutes of the game, that one's really painful to watch.
Well, we're going to have to move on as well as this game is continuing to be played out, and it's a 3,000 gold lead now for Vici. DY going to be wrapped around on by Kaka. There's the hook shot in, and it looks like they'll be able to, oh no, Bruce split out. The turnaround, Emo shows up as well, needs to get out with at least one of these Panda. Invis one away, and with that, DY dodges the gank.
Interesting tactic. I mean, utilizing the split for essentially a free lane push, right? Like, it's pretty difficult to get all the pandas or to just like chase down the Earth Panda if that's going to be your strategy. Maybe get into some earlier farm and some other items here. Hoping for a potential Force Staff to help out versus the Clockwork as well.
DD now on Ori, and they're going to pressure this bottom tier 2 tower, but there is a glyph out, and IG, we'll see if they come to defend this or not, but with it fully surrounded, it feels unlikely.
And Doom has an Aegis, so you know.
That's true. Still another 2 minutes left on that one.
Top lane.
Ori, they find Ollie, old 11, and Ori combined together for the kill. And
Do have to go
shot
for a
afterwards,
deny. Oh, I
back
guess
towards
so.
mid lane. DY caught again, no split this time, and they will be able to kill off the Panda. So IG trying to pull things back together a little bit.
Kaga's rallying the troops, and this is a great hero to be on to do it because it can be very difficult from the support role 5 or 4 to get these great initiations, but that's one thing that's so important about how Kaga plays the Lion. I feel like he goes for those initial jumps more than other Lion players. A lot of Lions, like, sure, you go for the Hex on like the Storm or the Ember or something, but he's willing to jump on anyone when he plays that hero, and so putting him onto a Clockwork, it gives him even more power in that same role without the need for as many items.
True. It's so much of that tempo that can just be set by support position is incredibly useful in these games, and not a huge loss if it ends up dying when there's an overextension. A Lincoln Sphere done for Ember now, but the smoke up comes. Everybody with the exception of Phoenix. And Emo, who does he find? Old 11's there.
He has an Aegis.
That's true. Oh my god, are they going to kill him with the Aegis? Hoof stomp afterwards. Fly jumps to the back line, finds Ori. That's not a bad one. But he gets the BKB in the walkaway. Emo, slow down, killing him, dead. He's coming back though. Round 2, and Vici, they're all in the area. The Supernova's down. Do they want to fight this? Well, BKB in the runaway. Old 11 stun, chased, and eventually RP'd and killed. IG, they're back.
They need that, right? Again, just mentality-wise, finding that kill. Maybe not the best part of the map, but and so close to getting Ori too. That would have been huge. They actually missed the hook shot, unfortunately, there from Kaga for the follow-up. So not able to get the full kill done. But into the tower they go, right? This is still a Wraith King with Deso. He has the Blink. He also has the Brigand's Blade too, which, you know, a couple swings on some of these heroes, you're just going to get melted.
Poyoyo gonna pressure out these side lanes, and again, everything to try and slow down this timing that's coming from IG.
Kaka's on him again here.
Yeah, got him in vision. DY caught. Does he use the split this time or giving up his life as... Oh, wait, got pushed out to the other side. Yeah, he's dead.
The best part is that was even without the hook shot.
Yeah.
He just flared and then force-staffed his way in there too. Did leave a pretty sneaky ward behind there from DY though. See if that'll help them later on some potential ganks. And you know who we haven't seen much of this game is poyoyo.
That's true.
1, 1, and 2. Just kind of hanging out this game. Still has the max BKB. I feel like he might be ready to party.
Well, Vici, they're smoked up now as 4 without DY, and they want to make a fight happen. Who do they get? Fly's there. Oh, blinks away. Instead, they run to Ollie. Everybody piling on, and PYW found the Wraith King afterwards. LSA connects. Forward staff trying to keep him alive. Kaka in there as well, but one more hit comes in, and they manage to find the kill. Can they do round 2 of this one? JT trying to buy a little bit of space for his team, but afterwards the Avalanche toss comes out, Finger dead. IG losing hero after hero. They keep Fly alive for now, but DY moves into position.
He just respawned.
Gets the cogs push back for the moment. DY still looking for the chase, and ooh, thought about going for more, but calls it off.
Yeah, very interesting there from Vici, right? Smoking out there while the Brewmaster was still dead, so perhaps catching him a little bit off guard, and also finding a fight before the RP was ready. The horn toss was there, but JT couldn't quite figure out the right play for it in that moment. And that will send Vici back, but the main goal that they got, I suppose, would have been the reincarnation. Unfortunately for them, it is level 18 on the Wraith King, so back to just that minute cooldown. Much harder to punish at this point in the game.
They are at least able to stay pretty far out there on the map. They took back over the outpost. It's going to be reclaimed by IG before that 25-minute mark. But still, you can see this lead growing for Vici as the game goes on. This is just what Doom does. Though there is still a very farmed Wraith King. How do you feel each team is kind of feeling about the state of the game right now?
I think for IG, it's, I would guess hollow would be the word, where like you're still playing, but it's got to be itching in the back of your head, just like, oh, we should be so much further up right now. Like,
right.
It's so hard to put that away and just like pack it up and move on. But all they can do is try and keep going for these plays and try and keep this tempo moving forward for them. The next big items probably they're just hoping for, like, they have the Lincolns, the Maelstrom on this Ember, so should be more confident jumping into these fights, watching out for that Doom.
Oh, and it gets the split off there. A couple other heroes in the area, but you'd have to assume that DY is just going to try and get out of here with these pandas. Earth One running. They got eyes on him though. The slow, steady rundown, lift up afterwards from the Storm Panda, and I think that DY's teammates are going to leave him for dead.
Yeah. So if you're new to Brewmaster, you always respawn on the Earth Panda if it's still alive before the Agnums comes out. We won't get into that. But so they can basically just hunt that one down and guarantee they'll catch him. Sometimes you'll see them kind of leave it alive for a bit because they don't want to kill the Earth Panda and thus transfer the ownership to the next Panda,
right.
And then miss out on the kill when the Brewmaster leaves the ulti form.
Well, try 2 here. I have a feeling IG are going to pick it up this time.
I think so. I think they should just leave it just for a second, you know?
There you go. Oh, he's got it. Emo's ready. Aegis, Shard, good to go.
Mentally, they could recover if they had have just left it, though.
That's true.
That would really show something. But no, they're back in the game. All right, everything's fine this time. Emo heads down the bottom lane. They're going to grab a gem onto Ollie, something that's becoming more and more common in the international as we move forward, is these earlier gems, just to get rid of this vision that your opponent's going to have on your side of the map.
Lincoln's is ready, and that's going to be enough to stop Vici from going for the big jump, and instead Fly going to become visible right away. Avalanche toss from Poyoyo, backs out, force staff. Gain a little bit of separation there. DY is behind him. Gonna pop that BKB and run away. Shadow Blades out.
They need JT here for this play to work. He's trying to catch up.
DY doesn't have ulti for another 20. And so they'll find themselves another kill on
JT,
the support brew.
he's following the creeps.
Tries to get him. Old 11 could blink away. And they won't quite be able to catch him there. Nicely done.
Yeah, pretty much a 50-50 at that point. They could have got them in. And look what Ori does. TPs to the top lane and pushes in the tower. Nice play there. Oh, that egg. That could have actually turned into something, but unfortunately for them, the one hero they need, right? Like, when that egg forces the entire enemy team to just run away, you're hoping JT's there in time, right? Because he can get the pierce to the BKB. He can get whatever target they want, draw it back towards the egg, and guarantee the pickoff for the team. Only getting DY, not what they wanted.
Kaka, again, doing a great job of trying to catch this Lina. Gonna TP away afterwards. That's enough. Oh, no! Wasn't long enough on that BKB. TP too late, and Ori caught and killed Kaka, pulling his team back.
And that is why you stay. Every time, right, as the support. You double check, you click on there just to make sure. Yeah, surprising you get caught there, though. Rare misplay on the main stage when it comes to the BKB TPs. Finally get the punish.
I guess he just thought that there was a chance that JT was nearby or something and wanted to get that little separation first, but ends up getting punished for it. But this is now a smoke up again from IG as they're going to run down that mid lane. Aegis in hand for another 3 minutes. They want to get active. Looking for an opening with that horn toss. Fly, beaten away, or down. Jump right at the start. Old 11's there. They're going to go for the split. And going to get that lift up. Emo afterwards. DD could use a dispel.
Look at JT though.
Done. Ava toss, dead. Kaka gone. Fly there afterwards. They miss on the horn toss. BKB is out. Jump forward. Old 11 looking for a target. Wants to get him. Got him. Done. Double kill for Poyoyo. DY afterwards. They get a great earth spike as the respawn happens for Fly. Emo still alive here. What else do they have left in the tank? They don't have Doom available, but IG gonna respect the high ground defense.
Oh, they're trying so hard here from IG just to get that one mistake from Vici and get the punish for the Magnus, but unable to find it. A strong high ground defense here, and I'm sure you still have Aegis for another 2 minutes. Maybe you can go once again, but every time that misses, the game just gets harder and harder for IG, and Vici just gained more and more confidence.
And Ori, in the meantime, looking to find somebody on the bottom side that steps just a bit too far out.
Needs the help there from PYW, running in the smoke too, just to get through this Lincoln's.
And
all right, freehand LSA.
There it is, starts it off, and there's the pop. Can they get the kill? Yes, indeed. Aegis down. Do they have a round 2 now? It's coming back out. Fire Remnant about to expire. Oh, he gets away at the last second. It was about to expire there.
Very close, but all good. All right, so now main issue though, of course, don't have the Aegis for continuing to push the high ground. They, I guess, do have reincarnation though, right?
That's true.
So can keep pressuring that tower just with the Wraith King here, but they're actually going to try and find their opponents in the river.
Counterplay coming.
There. He's blink and force staff though. This is a hard grab. He's going to blink first.
A little bit separated. Who do they find? Vici supports, backing away. PYW walks back into the flare vision. And DY, oh, just barely outside of it.
How many times this game, you know? Old 11 getting away, now DY there too. IG been chasing ghosts for a lot of this one, and then you just have heroes staying on their side of the map and pushing out waves like Poyoyo on the bottom right now.
He's keeping that one pressured, yeah. Every single time one of these does not connect by IG when they make the big 5-man smoke rotations, something else falls apart there.
I mean, we can talk about the game like looking hard and stuff going late for IG, which it definitely does, but they also have some heroes that can still make the turning plays, right?
That's
in particular, that Magnus. So,
yeah, that's the biggest one.
yes, you'd rather win early and everything, but they're not completely doomed here.
Good blink away. Doom, BKB out. Do they have enough to bring him down? The rest of the heroes wrapping around. Old 11 tries to back out, but it won't happen. IG now looking for a bit more, but they won't be able to find it. In fact, it's just going to be a lift up for the moment, but 60 seconds, no Doom. This is a huge window for IG here. Buyback, how much is he away? 400 gold.
Now they still have some creeps with them here too, so they have to go for the glyph. They're going to counter glyph as well. Try and keep this creep up as long as they can.
Emo, no Bruce split available. Poyoyo trying to protect DY. But with Ori out on the other side of the map, he has the potential to cut those waves. Vici will, at least for the moment, hold that high ground.
Yeah, it's they moved into the slow game now from IG.
BKB TP out. Any hook shots? No.
Was getting pretty close though, that's for sure.
Fly TP's on back home. Boot.
So we got hook shots, we have an Abyssal being worked on for Fly, we have RP. If they want to keep going for these plays on the side lanes, there is a punish, right? For these BKB TPs, it's not just going to be this free guarantee for them. PYW also trying to find some safety here with a potential Aeon disc, much like DY. So both supports looking to try and get out of the chain stun that is available from IG, because they certainly have a lot of it, right? Pretty much everyone's got some way to control you if you count the Phoenix Egg.
Well, and for now at least, Vici back to what they've been doing before, pushing out these lanes and dodging fights whenever possible. But with Roche capable of respawning again, that's going to be about a minute and a half. We'll see how this one works out, but it's a move with 4, Poyoyo bottom. Ready TPing at a moment's notice.
All right, they have a sentry down here for Ori pops on this smoke.
Be careful. There's the jump in, the Hex to open. Fly afterwards, stuns up the Lion. But down low, Kaka almost dead, ends up getting the hook shot away, but not soon enough. They got the Doom on the Phoenix, and the Manta afterwards. Oh, brilliant play right now from Ori, as he was able to dodge the stun, and now Turn gets all that damage out. Can he live long enough? Emo has to back away, and meanwhile, Fly just getting decimated up on the high ground. JT also going down. Ori just did so much in that fight, and Kaka back again. Do they have enough to kill him off afterwards? Ali also in this, trying to make something happen. Poyoyo and Old 11 combo together to bring down the bird again. These buybacks not enough for IG, as they're gonna lose 4.
VG, they know, and they can feel this game and how it's going, and what a fantastic fight there, especially from Old 11 jumping in there with the stun and the Doom.
God, so much damage out from that freaking Tiny and the Lina that whole time.
It's always the bottled DD, right?
Right.
The bottled illusion at 33 minutes making the big play. Very nice stuff there from Vici, and here it is again.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I thought that it was looking pretty good for a moment, but when they just couldn't bring her down. Look at this, how low freaking Ori gets in that illusion.
And he bashes the illusion. Like,
yes.
That can change so much there in that engagement if he gets the right one there on that first swing. But certainly the star of the fight's got to be able to land with that initial stun there too. And well, they're just wondering there what to do on IG.
What could have been and what's to come.
JT's got to find the big plays, right? I mean, he's there, you see him, he's checking out, what do I got to do here? But this is not the frightening Magnus we've seen, right? But to be fair, he hasn't got to play near his own pace, you know? You think about all those mag highlights, that's kind of where most of them are. But he's had the horn toss for a long time, and I feel like I haven't really seen the massive horn toss breaking plays that we're used to. Just playing very tight on the side of VG.
If he can pull it back here as we get towards the later stages of this one, 35 minutes in, and Vici taking control of this map. It's going to be a minute until Aegis is up. Most likely, the vision from this clockwork will be the big turning point if they're able to make a good fight happen for IG, and of course JT's plays.
Yeah, and that is a hard thing to even figure out right now for IG. What is a good fight for them at this point, right? It feels like it just has to be straight up a blow up onto Ori. Like that's the most likely scenario to me. You know, he's got Satanic, he's got BKB, but they certainly have the heroes where you could chain stun and kill him very quickly if there's not a fast response from Vici.
Well, this game, you can see the differences between them. Both mid laners doing so much damage, getting involved in the kills. A couple more deaths for Ori, but they need to be absolutely perfect here from IG to finish this one off.
And they've recognized what IG need to do on the side of Vici. So you've got Old 11 with the locked up Aeon disc, right? He's ready. Yeah. DY gonna buy it next. You have PYW working just about towards that as well too. So they know it's one big fight that IG really need to get back in this game, like one big buyback crazy Roche fight, and they don't want to give that one burst of a hero away. And you know, as Doom, you don't really care if you're dooming people with your Aeon going, right? You just want to doom them. You just want to remove them from the engagement.
Exactly. So, will they be able to make that work? We've got the standoff across the river from each other. And Kaka and the Skeletons hanging out. Roche is up. Fly. Does he decide to go in?
We actually just got a late tome delivered to Emo here too.
Okay.
So that's going to put him to 25, I believe.
DY face checks the Roche pit, sees that it's up now.
That's 25. What a timing. So 2 more slate of fist charges.
This is big. Fly. Trying to take this down. Smoke's going to break. They throw out the Cinder Brew. Moves on in here. Ori coming to join his team as they get ready for this fight around the pit. Jump forward. There's the catch from Old 11. Shiva's guard afterwards. Out. DY walking for the backline. Gets the lift up onto the Phoenix. So Brew Split has been committed at this point.
Yeah, he's pushing them back, but they're not jumping into this fight right now.
No, good discipline by IG to hold off for the moment. DY looks for another lift up. Has it there on the bird. And Emo gonna push out mid as Vici smoke up. Look to find an opening here. This could be huge for them. But that double slight and then the remnant away is going to keep Emo surviving.
Oh, jeez, Kaka just staying in front, trying to pop smokes. Trying to be the sacrifice here. It does not have buyback on that clockwork, and gotta expect he's the one to make that big turnaround play.
Only a couple of them there. Yeah, he's got one opening right now. Only the Ember and the Mag have buyback on the Radiant. Jump in, Horn Toss, finds DY. He has buyback if they kill him here. He's caught up on that little cliff, and they will bring him down.
That's a cheap kill, right? You know, just Horn Toss. That's exactly what you're looking for right now. See if you can force that buyback.
Poyoyo. They're waiting. They have that buyback ready. Looking for it. The toss back potential there. Or just have a toss up in the air. LSA afterwards. Bringing them down low. Do they have enough for Ori? Yes, they do. Now the Horn Toss catching onto Ori. See if they can do it. They have the egg in the pit, but the big jump comes out afterwards. Old 11 hoping to keep the control onto Mac. He's dead. Ori ends up falling afterwards. No buyback for that Lina. Is this the fight that IG have been waiting for? They've got Mag coming back in a few minutes here. The big RP connects there. The double kill, but do they have enough afterwards? Horn Toss, DY in trouble. Poyoyo walks back in now onto Fly. Old 11 hoping to get right on top of that Wraith King, but instead they turn their sights on Emo and take him down. Triple kill for Old 11. The man, the myth, the legend, doing it all for Vici on the big stage, but they buy back on the 2 cores. Now Poyoyo, he's in trouble. JT gets the skewer back and away. They have vision on top of that Tiny. Old 11 looking for another jump up, gets the hook stop, but it's not enough in the end. IG win the fight. There's still 2 buybacks left on Vici, but they might have to give up this Roche.
They had so much vision in that fight there too from IG. Even when the play was coming back at the end with Old 11, they saw him coming back trying to make a save on Poyoyo, but they were fully confident they were going to get the kill in time here. So IG waiting for the moment they find it. What an absolutely fantastic egg in this fight. Ollie has carried them through the majors on this Phoenix before, and just finding that perfect spot where there's just no way, right? He's abusing the cogs that were laid out there from Kaka to ensure that he was going to be safe. That Sunray's doing so much work for your team in this fight.
Unbelievably impressive showing. And of course, you talked about that 25 being done for Emo right before the start. I mean, in that fight, he did 9 sleight of fists throughout the whole course of it. And IG, they're not done yet.
Well, JT finding those plays, right? This is what you need in the late game. Doesn't matter what happens early, as long as you get the win in the end. Doesn't matter if you leave an Aegis or 2.
Well, they're up now onto the high ground, taking down these tier 3 towers and hoping to get some buybacks or maybe more out of this. Smoke up from 3. They have buyback on the Doom and the Tiny.
It's not often you see this with an 11K lead, that someone's just in your base taking these buildings.
Jump in, Hex, trying to get some separation. PYW in trouble, Aeon Disc afterwards. Lift up now onto the Doom. He didn't get that BKB off. They take down the Lion, dead for 70. Do they have that much left now? Emo turned upon. They also have the control onto Kaka. He falls. No buyback. 60 seconds, Fly. He walked into the sentry though, but Old 11 getting a little bit of separation and dead. He's coming back in a moment. They get the egg, but it's not on the high ground. They weren't able to do it. RP afterwards onto 3, but Ori is there on the outside, wanting to chase and find themselves a couple more kills. In some trouble. Fly, nowhere left to go. He too will die. 2 minutes, no buyback. Emo trying to salvage this for his team as JT also heads away. Vici Gaming respond emphatically with that one.
Was at a high cost though, for sure, right? That was a lot in terms of losing your base. You have a buyback there on 11, which can turn to, well, a dieback in the end. Can turn into something in the next fight there too. That'll still be there. Maybe you get poyoyo as well. He did buyback during that mess too. So some dangers here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this game on a knife's edge at this point.
The scary thing is I don't want to go anywhere near their base right now with the potential for just like dead heroes for 2 minutes, you know, on the side of Vici.
Yeah.
You do not want to be the one who gets horn tossed back to the tier 4s and dies.
And we've seen that happen time and again throughout this TI. 4,000 gold lead is all that separates, but really, like you're talking about, it's those buybacks that really determine how this is going to end up going. You can see the big swing back afterwards. And the buyback only being on the Phoenix and the Clockwork for the moment. Everybody else except for Ori pretty much on the timer. He does have that AM
Dangerous game.
completed. Yeah.
And they could wait the 4 minutes here too, and of course they'd have a 2-minute window where they would actually have the buybacks on all 3 of their cores for IG, and you'll still have that 2 minutes or so where you won't have it on the Doom and the Tiny. So that's sort of the ideal scenario here for IG.
Tiny trying to get into that AC himself on poyoyo. You can see IG playing very defensively, staying inside their base. A Daedalus done for the Ember. So he's going to be dealing out some serious damage in these fights. So he swaps that one out for the bottle.
They have so much right-click damage there too. I mean, several times you're seeing this this Wraith King empowered, has the 25% cleave talent. Mortal Strike now has the -2-second cooldown, so the swings are most certainly big. You just need a little bit of control there.
Right.
And I imagine that Kaka would love to have found that that Aghanims this game, but just needing too many defensive items, unfortunately, because keeping the chain stun going is a bit rough for them right now. A lot of that pressure onto JT, delivering in the late game for sure. But 1 fight, 2 fights, still not enough.
He needs a lot. Need to keep it going here on IG to continue to build that momentum. And for now, at least, Vici waiting for, of course, the next Roche, but also that next big set of items with the AC done on poyoyo. It does help to mitigate that physical damage quite significantly.
And this is the stage of the game where Dota gets a little bit weird because you have to run around as a unit a lot of the time. It's very difficult to actually separate unless you have like very good escape mechanics and like TP boots and everything. So this is where the vision really starts to suffer when you don't have dedicated vision heroes as a support player, because you can't just like flare all the way around. You can only really ward where you're following your team. So they are going for some pretty defensive wards on the side of EG, staying up on their own side, but they're gonna have a very hard time figuring out what angle IG is coming from.
Right. Can see playing with not a ton of vision right now. Emo thinking about going in to start this fight onto DY. The root is there. Aeon Disc going to proc. So increasing that cooldown, definitely valuable.
And immediate D wards here. You know, they're just gonna check the common spots.
It's what you want to do if you're IG. Look to suffocate Vici with the vision. And queuing up the rapier next for Emo.
And look at this career down bottom too. It's just sitting there and waiting.
Yeah.
Just wants to finish off that refresher here for old 11, and that will be masterful. Get the double Doom out in these fights.
I mean, double hoof stomp, double everything, BKB. It's all good.
Well, speaking of which, though, it's also done for JT. Oh, these fights are gonna get mad.
I mean, it's either very simple or very complicated.
Yeah, depends how many heroes get RP'd.
And who gets
that can
doomed.
make it really easy.
Yeah. Likewise, who gets doomed.
Yep.
But bottom lane gonna get pressured in again by Vici. So IG will hold this side of the map. Because that Aegis got reclaimed so quickly after they picked it up, it's just this long window where if anybody steps too far forward and gets caught, could be the end of the game.
Yeah, there's just so much burst damage on both sides.
Definitely. Oh, and Ollie also going for a refresher.
Yeah, that's right. Ollie actually still not having a real saving item here. Just has the Yules, so positioning of Ollie perhaps the most important.
Right, if he gets doomed at the start of the fight, that just changes everything.
He's just gonna hope that he dies so he can buy back.
Shows DY, walks high ground, rooted, hook shot afterwards, they find a good one. That's old 11, DY, Aeon Disc out afterwards, gonna pop the ulti. and try and go in for more. Breaking the Lincolns on Emo. Now Old 11 has an opening.
That's going to send him back.
Trying to find it. Old 11 gets the catch there. Onto Kaka now, also zoning out JT, who's looking for a big jump in. Now the Ewell Scepter lift up onto that Tiny. Egg is down. Fight getting very weird as they lose the Lion. What else do they have left now? Oh, gotta be careful, Fly. They throw out the stun. Poyoyo looking to cover. JT doesn't get the skewer back. The retreat together from Vici. They still have that buyback on the Lion. If IG fully commit.
PYW is just holding on to that. Nice play from Emo. Just BKB'd and dove the backlines. Went for the big hunt there onto the Lion. And again, just utilizing that vision there too, right? Makes your fight so much easier. I feel like every time we have a team fight, the vision is just all IG. And that makes it so much easier for them to play with the Ember Spirit.
Yeah, opens up his game like crazy. And PYW, it just doesn't really have a way to save with the exception of that Aeon Disc. As soon as that's down, it's over.
Has an aesthetics now though, so there you go.
Now, Fly.
Oh man, Poyoyo's crazy. That's the kind of territory where you see, I mean, just like Shamil, right? Of course, he was on the Tiny as well, but like that's where the Horn Toss can just get you.
Yeah, and they still have a minute until those buybacks are back up. Old 11 still some amount of gold away, but he's going to regain that super fast. As almost everybody has buyback up, IG do, and by the time this Roche fight happens, I think everybody in the game will.
10 heroes maybe, you know? Can we get another one of those?
There's a chance.
Yeah. I feel like this time there would be diebacks though. I think this fight might be it.
Yeah.
It's all culminating here.
Rooted.
God,
looking for it. Wait, he didn't Horn Toss. Poyo pops the BKB. Now the back out. Ori wrapping as well. They've got that vision on favor of IG. DY spinning in a
He's
circle.
still playing loose, this guy.
Yeah, this just now came back up. But they proc it, and then the runaway. Really nicely done there by Emo. So important in those fights, having that Aeon Disc done.
And that Roche, it's about to be back up here. IG gonna know right away between the flares and just leaving a Helm creep in there. They're essentially destined every time to know first.
Yes.
But VG, it's a bit more of a question. And there it is, and Flyfly gonna go right in. They don't see any of this right now for Vici.
They're
just
in the middle,
Ember
though.
zoning them back.
DY caught. Oh, but the Hex afterwards, and then the jump in. Aeon Disc out. Do they have enough to kill him off? DY dead. Buys back immediately, and now the fight separated. Kaka goes down. 2 buybacks so
Old
far.
11 is just not here. He's running.
The rest of them are nearby. They turn, they try and get the kill, and they'll get him. PYW down and dead, but that's BKB's also down. Gem on the ground. DY will go and pick that one up.
Back in the pit, Flyfly working away at Roche.
They have to know about this.
Got some buddies helping.
This is scary times. They have that rapier done for Emo, a ton of damage ready, looking for the opening, but DY, he gets the ulti off. Now the turn, Doom, oh, almost throws it out there, doesn't get it onto the Lotus Orb, but they have 2 rounds of it.
The Phoenix.
Rapier's still there, they're looking for that opening, try to take him down, but he gets the Ewell Scepter afterwards. Control, does he get the egg off? They do him the other one. Now Ori ends up falling, the RP afterwards, do they have enough? They try and kill them all off, and they will. The Rapier doing way too much damage in this fight from Emo. They had no control at all, and IG bring them all down.
Was he doomed? Because it doesn't really look like it, does it? Just keeps walking at you and swinging. And Ali, this Phoenix, excellent coverage there from JT. Can't do it by himself, but he's got a couple of friends to help out there. And yeah, that big old damage with the Rapier.
Oh, danger, danger, refresh, and the jump in. Oh, Poyo tries to kill him off, Flyfly almost dead. Old 11, the Aeon Disc is prop, but Ollie on the other side tries to do it to him. The BKB out. Ori, does he have enough in the tank? The Hex is there on the Flyfly, but the real damage dealer is going to be the Ember up on the high ground. Old 11 pulled back in, brought down dead.
He's gone.
No buyback, 2 minutes. Aegis is down. They get it. It's snatched by Poyo, but is it enough? They might just kill him twice. JT on the side. The right click's coming in from that Tiny. He is so large and hard to kill. Ollie again caught, broken. One more punch. It's not enough. There's going to be the lift up again. Ori tries to turn now on to JT, but his invis. There's no vision. They don't have it. So much healing out from this Phoenix. Ollie eventually will go down, but it comes at the cost. as the Ori is the only one left now. As Poyo comes back alive though. LSA off the mark. Ollie turns, blows him up. Look at the Daedalus. Crit comes out as Poyo wants to salvage. It's a triple kill for the Tiny, but he's all left alone. Nobody left on his team. Poyo, eventually 2 will fall. Emo didn't go down in that fight one little bit.
I don't even understand how many slights he just did in that engagement. That was unbelievable from Emo. What a play from IG, from losing and leaving an Aegis.
Who needs it?
I told you, they were fine. They were never concerned.
Unreal.
They played that last fight so well. I mean, you can honestly just go back and only watch Emo through that fight, and it was absolutely thrilling the way he just like spaced perfectly the entire time through that engagement.